0 as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, and he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right up. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing again. Eason looking for, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Airing one out for Boyd. It got his man complete. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 14 carries, 54 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. you see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Looking for Campbell downfield, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Eason. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will 7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that. Charles, defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Looking for Campbell. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's get it. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Mike's 50.
A 3-yard
Come on,
pickup.
come on.
And it's 3rd down.
After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Bengals 7.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 50, Mike 50. They not ready for this, man. Let's go.
Here's Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
The Bengal 1st down.
Woo-hoo. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slant.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was brought down.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Mixon on the toss right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 19-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's get this, get this.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the pressure gets to him again. Darius Leonard in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Get that ball.
Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point safely through. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Slant pass to Boyd. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50.
Watch QB drop.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
And Burrow going to throw again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Burrow will throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darius Leonard, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown.
And this throw will be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
Eason's pass intercepted by the Bengals.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
From the gun is Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Darius Leonard.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st.
Indy set to go on offense once more. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Looking for Campbell downfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
On the return, Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Bengals 24.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will make it into the end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards.
That's
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. A.J. Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play that time for the Colts. 53 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield and points are going on the board.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Pittman. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
On the return, Phillips. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On the slant, complete to Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in there. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Julian Okwara make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Single. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Julian Okwara in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last...
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Indy. 81 yards.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Burrow from his own end zone, and that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Colts football, and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll take a shot down. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Again, it's Taylor. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. You must be.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's caught by Hollister. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You can't do that.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Khari Willis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
58's the mic. 58.
Here's Burrow, setting up to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Julian Okwara has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Right there. All day, baby. All day. All day.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
That puts them in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
After 60. After 66.
I'm here all day.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts have got him on cruise control. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Julian Okwara in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
For Joe
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason, he'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Eason, he'll take a shot downfield for... That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 53 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Here's Jordan Berry now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
No let up in this.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right? And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Julian Okwara racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Right, 58, right there. Check, 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 check. 58's the mic. 58.
On second down, here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Man.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
I'm scared.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Back to the air on second down. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. On the return, Phillips. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 18.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.